Somebody's talking to me.
You're listening to the Kiwi podcast, where very occasionally we gather to chat about shit stuff. Yes, we swear on this podcast. I'm Andrew Horsley. I'll be one of your hosts. Joining me today, we have Adam Chalk, I believe,
Yeah.
and Finn Brownman.
Apparently, there's an
Yes.
event.
There's an
Of
event.
Kiwi Fort podcast event on my phone.
So apparently I'm Ray's brother or something. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I was
You're about
What
as
do you
tall
got?
as him.
I was listening to the Kind of Funny podcast this week, and I saw,
Came
oh,
up-
they've got Ray Narvaez on it. I'm like, oh, sweet, are we talking to Brown Man? No, there's another completely different person who's a musician who's also really into games, whose name is Raymond Narvaez.
Yeah, but
What a
not the
fucking
junior.
copycat.
It's all
Yeah.
about the junior, bro. It's all about the junior. Maybe it's his dad.
Mate, that would be quite...
Papa Brown Man.
Anyway,
Was he
if
wearing a
you're-
luchador mask?
Or a paper bag and a towel.
all of the above. Now, if you are joining us for the first time and you've never seen a Kiwi Foot podcast before, this is probably
Good
not gonna
luck.
be much like the old ones. We're just fucking around. We have mics, we have headsets, and we're just gonna shoot the shit about video games, movies, PC Master Race. I mean,
Yes.
and video games.
Praise Gaben.
And yeah, generally just
Thanks, Max.
have a chat. So let's introduce our panelists. I've already said their names, but Adam, where do you fit into this whole thing?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know why I'm here. I really don't.
So in other words, why are we here? Therefore, you're into Red versus Blue, and that's how you initially got into the Rooster Teeth group?
No, I'm here because I'm going to RTX. That's
Oh,
pretty
right.
much why I
You
ended up last
motherfucker.
time. Last time, like when I first started this, the reason I got into this is so I could Skype that I was going to RTX. Now,
Now I know
I'm
why you
Skyping again and I'm going to RTX. So, not slots changed. No, not really.
No, basically the same.
Bastard.
Except I've got this awesome PC gaming chair now.
Yeah.
I have a new Mein Comfy chair.
I have an old office chair that I stole from work.
I got
I
this
need
for
a-
free.
I need to buy a new fucking joystick.
Hey.
I need a joystick.
I'll sell you two that don't work for Star Citizen.
Yeah, that's a fat lot of good they'll do.
So, you mentioned this game, Star Citizen. I haven't heard of it before. Is it some new game that's coming out?
Stop
Coming
messaging
out
me,
with-
Maggie. Jesus.
It's coming out eventually.
No, it's
Alright.
out. It's out.
No, a
Arena
preview
Commander and
that's out.
Hangar is out.
Yeah. So you can fly
Parts of
around
it
in your
are out.
ship.
You can shoot people down.
Yeah. We can shoot at other people. We can fly into each other. That was
Well,
pretty much it. And then
Almost did.
Finn got disconnected, and then
I
was
didn't get
flying around by
disconnected.
myself.
My CPU overheated, and I need to fix that issue.
Yeah. Which
So in other words, it's a terribly optimized game.
no, it's optimized, but it's
It's
optimized in the
pre-release.
way it should be.
For
No, no,
hardware
no.
that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah. It is a Star Citizen game is built on the Cry engine. Now the Cry engine is built for one thing and one thing only.
Being terribly optimized.
No,
Making PCs weep.
making PCs that you thought was really good become really shit like overnight. They brought out a new patch and now my computer won't play the game. Like when it first came out and it was just like the hanger when I backed it, my PC could run it at ultra. And it was run smooth, 60 frames a second and everything. Then the dogfighting module came out and I had to turn it down to high. And then I played it a little while after that, and I had to down to medium, and now I have to run it at low. And then another patch came out, and now I can run it at low for a little bit until the computer overheats, and then it dies.
So, in other words, I should not get it, seeing as I have a probably in the order of 3 to 4 years. No, wait. I built this PC for Battlefield 3.
Yeah, well, that's
So,
what my PC's pretty much built for Battlefield 3, but with a better graphics card.
yeah, mine's the one I built for Battlefield 3, and then I doubled the RAM. So I'm really in no position to be
Wait, so how much RAM have you got?
16.
Oh
You
yeah,
have
see, I've
enough
only got.
RAM.
Yeah,
Easy.
you've got enough RAM. I only
Yeah,
have 8.
but
Finn's
I
only
only
got.
I
had
have
a
8.
crappy old
I only
Giga. Anyway, we've got into deep technical speak about computers.
Nah,
Um, one
haven't
of
got anywhere near deep.
why most of my gaming, other than like Steam games and Telltale games, happens on my Xbox One is because as much as I do prefer to have the better graphics and all that stuff on my PC, I can't keep up, and my graphics card's always going to be outdated, and for some reason frame rates are not my friend. And yeah, so I find games that are optimized for a single piece of software, single piece of hardware, to be the way I can do it, because they can do some tricks to get the frame rate to be steady or something like that. I don't
Now
know.
you say that, but Watch Dogs, I got it about 3 months after release at half price. The minimum requirements was exactly my graphics card. I could run that game for about a minute before it would crash.
Yeah, so that's where I kind of like to go for ones that are tested against my exact hardware.
Yeah,
But, hey,
like I don't know. Like the weird thing is, it's like PC games used to always push the boundaries. Like I remember when Far Cry 1 came out.
yeah.
Like
Now that's CryEngine, and
we
CryEngine
yeah.
is known for destroying PCs.
Well, no, we all had nice PCs, and one of my mates had a 512 graphics card. He was the only one to have a 512 graphics card, and we were all like, "Oh man, we're gonna have to play this on your PC because no one else will run it." So we start playing it, and we spent at least 10 minutes shooting a light because the light would sway, and because the light was swaying, it would move the shadows.
Dynamic lighting's amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
God
you don't
damn.
get which would be awesome if that
And ambient
translated.
occlusion.
If that translated into what I call not good enough gen consoles. I don't really want to like because we've been talking about this and we shouldn't really be shitting on the Xbox or the PlayStation. But when
Because
they
it's
came
all
out,
we have now.
well no, but when they came out, I was disappointed when the specs for them came out. Like I've got the really nice white one and I bought it. I'm gonna say it, I bought it. So I still can't understand why it doesn't have a 3 terabyte hard drive.
I
Yeah, I
can't
mean,
understand.
Or a 4 terabyte hard drive. It's like if still a spinning hard drive. It's not a solid state hard drive. If it was a solid state hard drive, I'd be like, okay, I'm happy with 500 gigs because it's a solid state. But it's not. It's a spinny hard drive. Now, if
yeah,
you put a 4 terabyte in there, it might have pushed the price of the Xbox up per piece about $20.
yeah, and ultimately, if it's $20 more next to another device that's not $20 more, even if that difference happens to be $100, you get the situation, and you get some bad press. You get the situation
Yeah,
where
but
one console absolutely destroys the other one. So
but
they
like,
were pushing their prices down as much as possible. I'm not
but both
defending
of
them.
them. Yeah, but
I'm,
both of them come out with these really tiny hard drives, and
It
games
does
are
come
only
in.
getting bigger. Games are
Like,
only getting bigger.
I mean, I filled mine within the year, and I've supplemented it with a 2 terabyte portable drive, USB 3, that sits plugged into the back. There's no noticeable difference when playing the games. There's maybe an extra, I think they've calculated out at like 15% longer install times.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
But
No,
so I
that's
have a
like
2.5 gigabyte Xbox
yeah,
One.
yeah, I know, but that wasn't there on day one. Like it wasn't like supported at launch, which was a bit weird.
I know.
Well, I get
There
that because
there's some differences.
they changed the Xbox One from what it was going to be, which was a Steam machine, and
basically, it would
the
have
internet
been what
fucked themselves, and that's the problem with the internet. That's full of retards, just like life.
There were issues here and there. I thoroughly enjoy my Xbox One. I use it every day, um, if not for gaming, to come home and if I say it, my Xbox will turn on, but I will say the on command for my Xbox. I can go to YouTube, watch all my YouTube videos on my big screen. I mean, I've always been able to do that with a PC, plugged in, mouse, HDMI cable, all that, but it wasn't convenient. And then I just find it convenient to have my Xbox One. Now I've got Netflix on it, and I just use it as my entertainment machine. I use it for what they originally kind of marketed it as. Falsely marketed it because they were marketing it to a gaming audience, calling it an entertainment device. But it does exactly what they said it would.
Hmm.
And I mean, I enjoy it.
So,
I'm not
just
complaining about it.
an example is how behind the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 are. This is from Linus Tech Tips. So, technical YouTube channel, they review hardware. They couldn't get at the time they released the video, the graphics card that they were using to try and emulate console quality graphics was 5 years old. They could not underclock this card enough to be that bad. The lowest resolution and frame rate they could get was 792p at 30 frames a second.
Yeah. It is weird. I don't understand why the Xboxes and the PlayStations are.
They're both using the exact same hardware at different clock speeds.
Mm.
Hmm.
But it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is that whole like you have to build something to the cheapest dollar. But
you have to build something that you can mass produce that they probably locked in the design and specs for quite a while before they released it. So it's never going to be up to date on the day of release because, of course, a PC that all the components were built more recently is going to be better on the release day. But
yeah, but in saying that,
they have to choose a
Nvidia,
cutoff date at one point. They have to choose a price
yeah,
point at one point, and then they have to optimize games to that price point and that hardware.
yeah, but like Nvidia comes out and says we're going to have a new graphics card and it's going to come out this day. They mass produce them and they ship them out in boxes and they're on shelves to buy from stores,
Titan X.
when it comes out. And it's like, well, if they can do it as a graphics card
I
producer,
understand that, but that's just a graphics card, and
Let's get
that's
this straight
all
though.
they develop.
The
They
card
don't.
we're talking about here is the GTX Titan X.
Mhm.
Itself is more powerful than an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4.
Okay,
Just
I'm
the
not
graphics
here
card.
to argue which is better. I'm not going to say that
They
Xbox
managed
is
to
better
ship
than
that within
PC,
a month of announcing it.
and they probably had boxes and boxes of it. All I'm saying is, with the Xbox and the PS4, and the Wii U for that matter, they had to make it, test it, market it, get games for it, get early versions of it to developers for the developers to build it, to build games to go with it, so they can have a launch portfolio. Then they have to get it to all of the foreign markets, and then they can ship it. I mean, it's a lot more complicated than a graphics card, which will run any PC game, and
Not
doesn't need the whole
necessarily.
PC. Well, doesn't need the whole PC to be put together. Doesn't need games made specifically for it to exist. So yes, they can announce it and release it at the same time. But hey, enough talk of PC Master Race, which I agree is out there.
Praise Gaben.
I do enjoy steady frame rates, and in fact, one game I've been enjoying on my Xbox One is Ori and the Blind Forest. Have either of you heard anything about it or played it at all?
No,
Heard
not
about
unless
it.
it's.
I've watched some streams by Tina Dayton. Not interested in it.
Oh, I haven't watched those yet.
Hmm. Well, I mean, if you're into Metroidvania games and all that stuff, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really gorgeous looking art style and all that stuff. Cool gameplay mechanics. unfortunately, I will now never play it again. And it's a really sad thing. And it has
Because
collectibles all the way through it. Great. That's good. They put some of those
like
collectibles in areas you can only access once. That's okay.
Really?
They put those in areas you can only access once that are time sensitive and extremely difficult to get through, where you're having to time every jump and every, boost off a wall to the exact second to get out of there. So to get the energy collectibles, you have to jump out of the way, time that perfectly to get back onto the path with no checkpoints all the way up this long tower. And now
so
I'm
fun game then.
ridiculously difficult game. Really fun game. You don't need all of those collectibles. They're collectibles.
Well, in saying that, I am playing Assassin's Creed Unity. I finished it, like the story-wise and stuff. I need to do the DLC at some point. But I am slowly going through collecting all the chests.
Is it
which-
as bad as people say?
No, because I bought the really good collector's edition from the Uplay store, and then it never turned up. So I eventually said, "Fuck you, cunts! Give me my money back." They gave me my money back, and then I just went to EB Games. It was on special, so I bought their collector's edition plus the collector's edition of another Assassin's Creed game. So I had two Assassin's Creed games for cheaper than I bought the really nice one for. But besides that, the problem with the chests in that game is they give you money. And that's the only thing they do. They pretty much only give you money. But after playing the game for about an hour and a half, my game was making me more money than all these chests in probably the whole game put together. I now have more money on my dude than I can't even spend it in the game. And it's
Yeah,
So it
just
has
like...
I don't know if you
the
remember
classic.
Assassin's Creed 2. You collected feathers. Feathers gave you no money.
No, but Feathers gave you something when you got to the end.
Did any of you guys ever play the old Grand Theft Autos? I would assume you have.
I
Yeah.
didn't kill all the pigeons.
Fuck those
Older than
pigeons.
that, San Andreas.
Fuck those packages.
So in San Andreas, if you finished all the taxi missions, all taxis had nitrox turbos. If you collected all the seashells, you could breathe underwater. If you collect, or maybe I'm wrong on that one, if you collected all the horseshoes, you got 150% armor. If you did all the ambulance missions, you got 150% health. There were bonuses that you got for doing the collectibles, and that was really cool. I enjoyed that.
I've never
I don't
been
know.
much of a collectibles person.
Yeah, I think some of the cooler things that happened in that game was the dating part of it. It's like if you dated the cop, when you got arrested and then you came out of jail, you wouldn't lose your guns. And then the same with if you dated the ambulance driver or something, you could. Oh no, she was a mortician. That's right. If you died, you would respawn at like a hospital, but you wouldn't have actually lost any of your stuff there.
Yeah, no, that was cool. And, you get into the registry files for the game and unlock the hot coffee
coffee.
section and
Hey guys,
play
keep
a
it clean.
minigame. Come on.
Keep it clean.
Since when have we ever kept this clean? We
I
let
dunno.
Nick Cobblepot on this podcast. That
The fourth word of this one that we're airing right now was shit. I mean, we don't keep this clean. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was
To all the
fuck.
mothers and grandmothers
clean.
and children out there that are watching this, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be using this language. I'm ashamed.
Yeah, fuck that.
Thank you.
Fuck keeping it clean. It's more fun, dirty.
Hey.
After
So-
Bow Wow.
Batch Batman.
So
There's
this
another
time
poster I need
next
to
week,
get.
will
Gotcha,
any
Bob.
of you guys be watching? Well, wait, we'll be a day later, but a day earlier. Any of you guys sponsors on the Rooster Teeth website and thus getting RVB Season 13, Episode 1 a day early?
Yes, I'm a sponsor.
would-
Grandfathered
I'd probably-
in. $1 a month.
I probably would be more like half a day early. since a day early would mean I'd actually have to take time off work to watch it.
I see your dilemma.
So it'd probably be half a day early.
Now, I don't know what game we're supposed to be referring to. The creator of Freelancer made a game.
Called Star
Yes.
Citizen.
Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where the tie comes in. Hello, Maggie. Hello, Vampchick. Sorry, I was not looking at the comments.
Wait, there's comments?
Yes.
Wait. I don't know where you find comments.
They're
Yeah?
on the
In
Hangout
the chat?
toolbar.
No.
Toolbox.
What?
Yeah.
No? There's comment tracker. There's no comments.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Yeah, but then what have I got?
I don't know.
What do we have to
Wait.
add?
Yeah, it's add. It says add
Add
sources.
See, I've got two sources under that saying the people. Anyway, that's
Well, that's sad. Like, don't include us in the conversation.
okay.
Russ.
Vampchick says smiley face.
Oh wow, God.
Anime person XD, who is Maggie, says talk about
it?
it's from the create. Talk about how it's from the creator of Freelancer, which is an awesome game. This is Maggie.
Yeah,
by
it
the way.
was. It was.
Yeah.
It was an interesting game. It was a bit different because you actually flew a ship with a mouse, and it was like more of like a point and click.
So wait, it
kind
was
of starship
Starfox
flying?
with rodents,
No, because you were still in a three-dimensional space.
but it's a mouse.
But yeah, it was like you moved your mouse pointer in a direction, and then your ship would like turn, and it was always
So
like
were
a
the enemies,
like a
heavy
third
kits,
person.
or-
It was always a third person as well, which was interesting.
Mm.
It ended up being these like really weird aliens that was trying to take over the whole human race. But what was really cool, it was actually a continuation of
Randall.
another game that he actually had, which was meant to be set in our future, which was the communists against the alliance, and the alliance, which was I think was like Japan, something else, and then the communists was China and Russia or something. But it was set in our own solar system, which was quite cool. And then yeah, apparently they were losing the war. The Allies were losing the war, so they built colony ships and fucked off somewhere else. And then that's how that game came about, which was interesting.
So, bit of background on Star Citizen. Chris Roberts is the guy behind it. He made Freelancer and the games before that.
And like
he did
Wing
so well.
Commander.
He did so well in video game development that he retired early because the game he wanted to make, the technology didn't exist yet. Star Citizen is the game he's always wanted to make.
Yeah, well that's what.
Completely open world.
Yeah.
Anyone, you can just run across people randomly. This is why he's come out of retirement.
And your ship only exists once, and unless you take out ship insurance for a
Well,
number
it
of
works-
dollars a month,
Yeah, well
it
it's kind of
gets
like
destroyed and you never get it back.
well no, it's kind of like what's it called?
Eve Online.
Eve Online kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get insurance, and if your ship gets destroyed, you get one to
Replacement.
the same spec as your
Yeah.
insurance covers.
Yeah, so if you only get like partial insurance, you'll only get like
The hull.
standard ship. Well, no, like the standard ship, and then if you've got like a R spec version of it, then you need to get like better insurance, so they actually give you an R spec
And so
back.
that insurance is real world money.
No,
No, in game.
Nothing-
Everything
nothing-
will be paid
nothing.
for within game
Yeah,
currency.
nothing is real world money.
Okay,
Right
so
now,
Rob
backing is
said-
real world money, and you
Does he
can
back
buy
with a
ships.
$300 ship, and then
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
doesn't have insurance for that ship, he loses that ship forever.
Yeah, I have lifetime insurance on my ship.
So Adam doesn't have to
Yeah.
pay to insure his ship. The ship package that I have, as soon as Star Citizen is fully released, everything's available, I get
Persistent
6 months
universe,
of
yeah.
insurance. So I won't
Notice
have to
that
pay
you're
for
talking
insurance
about
for 6 months.
Insurance for in-game items that you purchase with real world. Yeah,
This
Well, no,
is
the,
usually
the,
I played it.
the idea of it is you play the game and you make in-game currency, then you can use in-game currency to insure your ship.
So now, World of Warcraft are now going to be introducing a currency system where you can now spend real-world money to buy game time
money.
tokens, and those game time tokens can be used in the marketplace in auctions to buy items.
Yes.
Alright.
Sort of
And the
like
other
in
person at the
Eve,
other end can't get the money back out. However, they can not
redeem it
pay
for
for
game
their
time.
subscription by
Yeah.
redeeming the game time.
Yeah, well,
Which-
that's how.
Eve Online
Eve,
does.
yeah.
Eve has Plex, where you can buy multiple Plexes. Each one lasts, I think, 30 days. And then you can sell them on the in-game market for a large amount of money.
Hmm.
Or you
Mm.
can redeem them. There are players who only pay for their subscription through in-game currency.
Self-sustaining. Or
Yeah.
you have a failed MMO like Elder Scrolls Online, where you then just go free to play and then try and run a premium model where if you do subscribe, you get bonuses.
Yeah. Or bunch of
Basically, you get
microtransactions.
Yep. Okay, no, that's cool. But talking about subscription models, last night I went ahead and signed up for New Zealand Netflix.
I just signed up for the US version today because Orcon has what's called global mode, where
Yeah,
if I try and go on any website outside of New Zealand, based outside of New Zealand, that website thinks I'm from the US.
see, I move flats, I change things up, so I can't really rely that I'm going to be with a global mode internet service provider at all times. I think I'm with Big Fish at the moment or something like that. My
Well, there's
flatmate-
other ways around it. You can
I
get a
know,
VPN,
VPNs and blah blah blah.
or the Chrome add-on Hola. I believe that works for Netflix.
Yeah, in the end, I
In
want
the
to
end,
run it
I
through
just
my
torrent.
Xbox. Yep. I went
I'm
easiest and most convenient method for me because
It's torrenting.
torrenting. Well, no, because you have to search for seeds, search for good.
What? No, you just go to Easy
Torrents.
TV. Easy
Yeah,
TV just only has
Easy
good
TV.
torrents.
Yeah,
torrents with a
for
Z.
any show that you want
So
to
it's-
watch, you need
No,
to and
That's not
download-
entirely true because there's only one show that I want to watch, and that's no longer with us, and I'm sad. But it will be coming
show
back.
Will you be referring to?
Top Gear.
Yes. Although James Mann, Richard Hammond said they would not record Top Gear without Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah. Have you seen one of James May's tweets that he put on fucking line? It was funny as. It's like him standing in front of his car, and it's just a picture of him looking all sad. And he goes, "Out of work, TV presenter looking for a job."
Did you see the tweet by Jeremy Clarkson's daughter? All
No.
it said was, "Oh God, no! Please hire him back. He's started to cook."
Oh God. With more
Yeah.
power.
Someone sent Jeremy Clarkson a box of Snickers saying, "You're not you when you're hungry."
That's a good one. That is a shame that show's gone. I haven't really watched it in years, but
Oh, the latest ones were getting quite good. They went around Australia a little while ago. That was quite good.
yeah, maybe I'll catch up on Netflix as it's on there, which is good.
I can check. I have Netflix open.
Well, it is on Netflix, or at least it's on New Zealand Netflix. I assume it will be on American.
Probably.
We
Yep.
also have another comment. Crystal Fire says, "Hello, friends."
Hi,
Colon.
Crystal.
Capital D.
I like how Finn's like, oh God, here it comes, the trolls. The trolls.
I'm actually talking to her over Steam.
Oh yeah.
She's a bitch. She knows
Talking
what I
about
mean by that.
shows that are no longer around. Yeah. There's a certain show with certain characters
No, let's not talk about that now.
that there is a glimmer of hope in the universe. Not for the show called Firefly, but a little show called Spectrum, which has a captain of the ship, which is the actor Nathan Fillion plays the captain of the ship, and they have a pilot on the ship, and the pilot is played by Alan Tudyk.
How do you
And-
spell this? Tell me now. I need to know.
And now their show got cancelled after 14 episodes. What a shame. So, one of the people, the captain of the ship, played by Nathan Fillion, goes on to great success and goes and acts in other shows and becomes a big TV star. The other one, played by Alan Tudyk, happens to just get stuck on the con circuit, and he becomes the con man. Dun dun dun. This
Yes.
TV show called Con Man will have 12 episodes in its first season, and it is currently 450% funded on Indiegogo.
Of course it is.
Yes,
It's the Firefly fans. They're all dedicated.
Yeah.
it is not Firefly, it is Spectrum, but
I
it's
forgot that
essentially
one,
a biopic of Alan Tudyk's life, a bit exaggerated comedy about that whole thing. It's really cool. I've backed it, so I get streaming rights to it. If I back it for double the amount I've backed it for, I can get a Blu-ray when the season's all out. But so that's coming up mid this year. So that's cool. There is
You know
hope
what else is
out
coming
there.
this year?
What?
Laser Team.
Yes, and a trailer released lately.
Oh man.
Also, I found both seasons of Dollhouse.
So
and
needs
that?
Hi-Fi.
to hurry
How's
up.
that for a segue?
Tell me when Laser Team is coming out, so I can start booking tickets to fucking Melbourne.
I think they announced they were planning August.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well.
We don't have
It's a
exact
month.
dates.
And whatever you do, don't tell me it's the first week of August.
No, it won't be, because I bet you at least some members of Rooster Teeth will be at the premiere in Australia.
Yeah, well, hopefully. So, hopefully it's not the
So-
second week of August, because I'm fucking boned.
It might be in the last week.
Also, I
Yeah,
don't
that'd
think
be
they
nice.
would coincide it with RTX.
I hope not.
No.
Hopefully they don't do it the weekend before, because I'll be in America then too, going to Disneyland.
Mm. There was discussion in our group about potentially getting together to have a viewing party once the DVD arrives or the Blu-ray arrives.
Yeah.
So that might be happening. We're looking into that, or I hope we're looking into it. I will have the Blu-ray and I will have a projector, so
I
someone
might
with
have to make a
white
trip
wall-
up to Auckland.
I mean, I'll probably be watching it as soon as the Blu-ray arrives, but that's beside the point. It's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it. And, yeah. Now, does anyone who is commenting or viewing... We have 7 viewers. Wow. It's
Oh,
a
Jesus
record.
Christ.
Anyone have any topics that they want discussed or questions they want to ask other than just smiley faces and hello friends, please feel free to comment them on the YouTube that you're watching, I think, or tweet at
Wait,
Kiwi Fort
there's a
Podcast.
YouTube link?
Yes,
That's
that's
see. If we had a YouTube link, then we put that into the source, and then we could track the comments too.
Oh yeah, so if you click links, I will see what I can do about that.
If you put it in the chat.
Yep, I'll
I
do something like that.
tried to control my laptop with my mouse.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. I have now sent it to you guys on Facebook, because that's the place to send things. Anyway, TV shows, movies, etc., etc. Good times. Now I'm out of topics. I don't know what to talk about anymore. What do you guys talk
Has
about?
anyone seen that that movie that's apparently really shit? The new Wazowski movie, Jupiter.
Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
Actually, supposedly it wasn't so bad, except for the dog makeup that they put on Channing Tatum.
Dog makeup.
You have to look at
You
it.
meant to be a dog?
He's a weird alien dog thing.
Is
Oh,
it?
I have comments now. Yay.
You have
I
comments?
don't.
The link that he sent through Facebook doesn't work. You have to
Oh.
actually click on it and then grab the URL.
Oh.
So, in asking people for comments,
Oh
we
shit!
asked a
Now it's
viewer,
fucking double.
people don't like the responsibility of having to tell us what to talk about. So, we shall talk about nothing. Are you happy?
Well, No, you gotta remember there was a delay.
Wait, well, we're down to 5 viewers. Yep. We're really getting to run for the hills. Speaking of
Yeah, well,
running and
Deadpool.
Deadpool, um,
Deadpool.
supposedly, what's her name? The girl who played Inara in this show is going
Was
to be
was in
playing.
was in Homeland,
Deadpool's-
and you got to see. I think. Well,
Yep.
yep,
Oh, sure.
yep. Everyone knows that the first episode of Homeland.
Anyway,
Yep.
will be Deadpool's girlfriend in the
Oh,
Deadpool
yeah.
movie with Ryan Reynolds. Woohoo! I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. And any other video games that you guys have been playing other than
Homeworld. Homeworld is
Payday
awesome.
2, Homeworld.
Homeworld is fucking awesome.
Actually,
That game
shout out
is
to
good
the.
as it used
It
to
is
be,
good.
and it is
Shout out-
still.
Just a quick shout out to the
Shout out.
Minecraft competition being held in Rooster Sheep Group.
Wait,
Wait, what?
Yes, it's
oh,
Castle.
the castle war thing. Yeah, I thought about it. and I
Sadly,
just thought-
there was one douchebag who was ruining it for everyone, but he's gone.
Wait, someone ruining things in an online?
Yes,
I don't
on the
understand.
online, who would do such a thing? I really shouldn't say their name on a live streamed podcast, but we have 5 viewers, so who the fuck's going to know?
This is recorded and will later be viewable by anyone who wants to view it.
Tweet out them.
Yep, definitely. I just need to find the fucking page.
Let's not name and shame. Do you remember the Wither attack that happened to our server a while ago?
What did they
Yeah,
destroy?
that's an interesting thing because that was retardism at their most. Because, in all honesty, people should have just not gone on the
Done it.
server, got Josh to shut down the server, and then roll the server back. But the more people went on it, and fought against the thing that somebody had spawned, actually made it worse for them because of the fact that
Yeah. I mean, there are dickheads out there though, and there wasn't actually a rollback feature available for the server.
Speaking of dickheads on the
Who's-
Minecraft server,
Oh,
somebody
God.
went through my little fort, which is in a crevasse underground, and stole every iron door.
Well, maybe they need an iron door thing.
Who steals doors? They left the diamond, they left the iron, the gold, all the materials. They
Well-
just took the doors.
Did you have any switches to open the doors?
Yes.
Oh.
Were the switches hidden?
No.
I don't know then. Anyway, I haven't been on Minecraft in not years, months and months. I really
Mine
should.
would have been over a year since I've
Hmm.
played Minecraft.
I've been too busy robbing banks. Payday
Yes,
2 reference.
that's Payday 2.
I've been too busy with graphics.
5 heists are out.
Yes, they are.
I've
And
done the first 2.
I'm
3.
waiting for the definitive edition of GTA 5 to release.
Hey.
I didn't mention anything. You're the guy who's leading
My-
up to it.
No, one thing that I've had with Grand Theft Auto games on my PC is no matter what I do, I cannot get a good frame rate going on that game. GTA 4, I would play for the mods and I would make a Mini Cooper that would drive at 300 kilometers an hour, but it would really just lag out and I would have to mess around with my settings. I don't know. I find it difficult sometimes with those games.
Hmm.
But who knows these days?
Yeah, there are problems out there that arise while playing PC games, like graphics being so awesome it's not funny. but not
If
being able
you
to
can
play them.
run it. Yeah.
Temperatures going so high that the CPU shuts down your entire PC to save itself from catching on fire.
Yeah, but you know, the Xbox 360 used to do that too.
Yeah, except it also used to melt a certain transistor.
Yeah, and then not go again. But that's not the point. After that point, it would shut down, so it would not catch on fire. You might not have
Unlike
been able to start
AMD
it back out.
CPUs, unlike AMD hardware, which is in the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, they don't have thermal throttling. So do not wrap your Xbox One or PlayStation 4 in a towel. It will catch fire.
And don't wrap my graphics card?
Yeah, don't do that.
So in
I want to find a thing that
in
can
other
turn up the
news,
fans.
New Zealand need 298 points off 43 overs because the South African innings were cut off short.
Because
Paying attention to the
it
cricket.
rained, or it, you know,
Because it rained.
went dark.
No, they're at Eden Park, got lights.
Oh.
And we're currently, after 11 overs, 94 for 2. So, it's still possible. We could still make it through to the semis. No, we're
Hopefully,
in the
and then
semis. Could
hopefully
make it
we
to the
would
final.
face.
No, this is the semi-final.
No,
If we make it to the
we
final-
might still make it to the final.
If we make it to the final,
Sports talk.
hope we play India
Oh,
because we may have beaten Australia, but it was close.
Anyway, sports talk. So any of you guys play the? Oh no. So Finn, you haven't played the GTA 5 heists.
No, but I've been watching the Funhouse and Achievement Hunter playthroughs of them,
Yes.
and they are both as funny as each other, and for very different reasons.
Yeah. Funhouse are very different. I
I like Funhouse.
actually used to watch
I like
them
them.
way back in the day on machinima.com.
I used to watch.
I was on machinima.com looking for machinima. There was never machinima on machinima.com.
There was in like the first 2 months, and then they just went down the YouTuber route.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I used to
kind
like.
of-
What was it? Dead Pixel and what was it called? This Spartan Life.
This Spartan Life wasn't oh, that's actually come back, or was coming back, or
Well, it's not coming back anymore because it was Machinima production, and Dead Pixel is
Part of Machinima. Well,
no,
part of
is
Machinima.
what's
No,
his face is gamer tag.
Dead Pixel wasn't in the Spartan Life. The Spartan Life was Damien Lacedaemon.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was Damien Lacedaemon for that. Dead Pixel was Inside Gaming Daily,
Oh,
and he used
'Cause
to
that's
wear
because that's Adam Kovacs.
Yeah, used to wear the red Spartan helmet in all of his things.
Because that's Adam Kovacs' thing.
Yeah, but this Spartan Life was Damien Lacedaemon.
Or the
Mm.
older, slightly taller version of Jeremy.
Speaking of people who have left companies and gone on to do other things, do any of you guys listen to the Film Geek Army?
No.
Nope.
Which is
I
JJ
try
went
to
on
watch.
and did.
I try to watch. What was it called? Screenplay.
Mhm.
And the hardest part of every screenplay watching it was JJ. He's a good guy, don't get me wrong. I don't know, there's just something about him that just, like, maybe it's his demeanor to other people, like, he doesn't mean to do it, but it always looked like,
Condescending and talking down to them.
yeah,
Better than you?
it kind of like I'm higher than you because I know more about movies and stuff like that, and it was always the way he'd kind of like talk in his podcast, because it was kind of his podcast,
Mm.
and it was just like, you know, like it's a bit harsh, you know, dude, and I think that's probably why it failed, because people kind of got that impression, and then it just got less and less views, kind of like the same as Let's Builds. Once it was not Gavin and Jeff drunk trying to build stuff,
Take me 45 minutes to build
Yeah.
a sign.
Well, now,
yeah.
yeah. Now
It got
Filmgeek
to the
Army
point.
is JJ. Sorry, is JJ with other people who are as know it all about about movies as he is. So
Yeah.
plays a bit different. Can't really talk down to them.
I guess so, but
So they all just talk down to the audience, I guess, if that's how you
yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It's like, oh, you stupid people that are listening to us rattle on about the subplots and subplots and subplots of movies.
Sorry, how many subplots was that?
A lot.
Sub.
Well, it's like they were going on about one movie, and I'm like, guys, it wasn't that great of a movie. Like, there can't have been 6 different subplots. You know, like a subplot underneath a subplot underneath a subplot. I'm like, you're reading too much into it. It wasn't that great of a movie. I couldn't remember what movie they were going on about though, and I was just thinking about it's not like you're just making shit up. Like,
Mm.
I've gotten into a bad habit lately of watching Everything Wrong With by Screen Junkies.
yeah, some of those I just look at and go, no, I like that movie. I'm just not gonna click on that
Yeah.
one.
Wait,
And
Everything Wrong With
It just,
by Screen Junkies?
maybe it's not Screen Junkies. Who's that by?
It's Cinema Sins.
Cinema
yeah,
Sins.
Cinema Sins. Yeah.
At the same time, I subscribe to Screen Junkies who do How It Would Have Ended.
Honest trailers.
Honest trailers, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done a few crossovers.
In all honesty, the best honest trailer ever of all time has got to be the Game of Thrones one.
Boom.
He's like, there is incest, there is beheadings, there is this, and there's even more incest, and that's only the first episode. God
Yep.
damn, this show's cool.
And
I
there's
was just
dudes
like,
getting their faces melted with molten.
yeah. Well,
gold.
he starts that later on, but like that, the way he intros it is just so awesome because he goes on about all the stuff that's gonna happen over and over and over again. You know, with everyone getting beheaded and all this other stuff, but it all happens also in the first episode, so it's just like, oh wow, I didn't really notice that until like you go back and you like watch it, and it's like, yep.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know what TV show am I watching at the moment. I recently just started watching Arrested Development again, because I now have Netflix.
Oh.
Netflix.
And also, I just finished watching Broadchurch season 2, which
Okay.
it's a
I've just
good
started.
cop drama.
I've just started watching The Blacklist. My parents watch it
on that as well.
on Sky, and I've seen a few episodes and enjoyed them. So I thought, hey, I now have Netflix. I'm on the 1 month free trial before I start getting charged like $12 US. I may as well
Currently-
start with something I know.
Hmm.
I'm
Currently,
enjoying it.
I'm watching 12 Monkeys, Banshee, Better Call Saul, Black Sails, Comic Book Men, Justified, and the NCIS and stuff like that. Star Wars Rebels was awesome. Watched it. It is fucking amazing.
Uh,
Let's see.
Especially that last episode. I'm like, damn, full
Okay.
circles.
If I start laughing randomly, it's because a certain someone is sending me funny links and trying to make me look like I'm insane.
Well, that's not
Or
hard.
let's reveal the insanity.
My Netflix queue at the moment looks like Mythbusters, Orange is the New Black, an Aziz
You
Ansari
still watch that crap?
comedy stand-up, Downloaded, the movie about Napster, Indie Game, the movie, Man on the Wire, which is about the guy who walked on a tightrope between the two Twin Towers, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Arrested Development, and The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
When, after 9/11, there was a couple of movies that got postponed. One of them
Spider-Man
was
2.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
No, it might have been Spider-Man 1, I think.
Spider-Man 2, I think.
I don't know, it was one of the two.
web Between
Yeah, because it was like on the teaser trailer, yeah. And so then, some of it they had to digitally remove the Twin Towers from.
I think they digitally removed the Twin Towers from like some old sitcom set in New York, and people were like,
Yeah, as
"What
well.
the
Like
fuck are
they
you
digitally
doing?"
removed a lot of things, like to take the Twin Towers away, so people it wouldn't like affect people apparently in their
Yeah,
own
with the
country.
trigger. Mm.
I
Yeah, trigger
remember
like all these emotional responses. What the funniest thing about the whole thing was, could you just imagine if you just watched that Man on a Wire, but the whole movie had the fucking Twin Towers digitally removed? So there'd be just like dudes standing in midair, like from their waist down, obviously, because you'd see from the waist up, because you know the way the camera angle is, and then you'd see the line going across, and the guy walking, and it'd just be like, don't understand what this movie's about.
the thing I
I just
liked
thought
most
that'd be
about
awesome.
that whole thing, people removing the Twin Towers from films and TV shows, was there was a focus group in the United States. They wanted to rename the second Lord of the Rings film, Lord of the Rings: The Twin Towers.
But they're not twin.
Exactly. They failed dismally. But come
And the
on.
fact that there's a book that was named after.
Based on
Oh
a
my
book called
god.
Two.
Talking about movies and crap, and really crap movies.
I was just gonna do one more thing on 9/11.
Okay.
It's always a lovely topic. College Humor just recent, or maybe it's an old video they put up, but it was like a 90s nostalgia video. Pogs and VHS and all these
Dial up.
yeah, well,
Oh
with
god.
modem and things like that. And so a guy's like, I wish I could go back and enjoy all of this. So a radical time traveling guitar genie person comes and grants his wish and sends him back to the 90s. He's like, yay, now I can get to sit down and watch some old 90s shows like Rugrats
Friends
and
on
shit like that.
VHS.
And the guy's like, no, you have to prevent 9/11. Now that you're back in the 90s, it's your obligation to prevent 9/11, to save all the lives. Because how could you live with yourself if you didn't? And so then he has to go kill the head hijacker and go hijack a plane so that airport security will be on high alert so that they won't be able to get away with hijacking the other planes. And he'll go die in infamy in the 90s as a terrorist, and only he will know that he prevented a big terrorist attack.
Right. That sounds
It went weird. Yeah.
interesting.
Read the other day about what would you do if you could go back in time and try and prevent 9/11. How would you go about it? Like,
If
you
I went back in time, I would get the best quality camera, which I probably is not an HD quality camera, but
If you
actually
went
no.
proper studio quality,
If
you
I
might
could
be able
if
to
I
get
could
HD.
if I could go back in time, I would want to take the 4K Phantom Flex and point it at the Twin Towers. The first
now
one
that
hits it.
is morbid.
Not because of anything else, just because it's been like, well, yeah, here you go, slow-mo.
If
And
I
then,
had...
why were you
Man.
focused exactly on the tower, filming with this really high quality thing,
Yeah,
running in slow-mo
that
at
doesn't
the exact
exist yet.
time that the tower... You would live the rest of your life in Guantanamo.
You know what else would happen with that? Somewhere there would be a guy called Bernie Burns. He would start a company called Rooster Teeth, and someone at the FBI or NSA or whatever would say, huh, I recognize that company name, go back and find a picture of a Phantom Flex with Rooster Teeth stuck on the side.
Yeah.
So, these guys are motherfucking terrorists. And that is how Bernie got on the no-fly list.
Yeah, and Gus.
And anyone who flew with them.
We've unraveled this whole mystery.
Yes. If I had to stop 9/11 though, I would fly a plane into another building. So they lock down the airspace anyway.
Fly it into like the Statue of Liberty.
Just fly a small Cessna, or set up a Cessna to crash into something. They would set up a no-fly zone.
The best
That's
thing
the
to
thing.
do would have been to figure out a way to hijack an aeroplane and crash it into George Bush's house.
Yeah, killing the president's probably going to start a war in the same way as crashing into the Twin Towers would start a war. They're still going to go to
Yes,
Iraq.
then there'd
and
be someone
millions
slightly
of
smarter
die.
in
No.
charge.
Yeah, I just want someone slightly smarter than Bush in charge. Because Bush got 2 terms because he started a war. Any president that started a war actually,
Look at Roosevelt. He was president for like 7 terms. He died in
Yeah.
office.
What's interesting is, statistically, getting a second term as president is bad for your party because after a president's been in for 2 terms, 8 years, people are generally sick of that guy. Even if he's great, even if, you're the best president out there. So generally, when you then go out, the opposition get in. So if you're a Republican president for 2 terms, Democrats get in. If you're a Democratic president for 2 years, it's likely we're going to get a Republican president in America next year.
Congress is already run by the Republican Party anyway.
yeah, but the worst thing is that
Sad thing is that
I wish that would have worked in New Zealand, and I wish that some people would have voted. You people know who you are. That didn't vote.
It's not
for Labour.
New Zealand political.
And
Anyway.
now you've all got 10-minute smokos instead of 15-minute smokos, and haha, good job.
And they're
We've got-
taking away the
We've
tea
got 3
breaks.
minutes left, and yeah, there are some shitty things going on. I'm not going to get political, but I kind of hope that.
By the way,
someone wins
if you're in-
Northland.
If you're in
Um,
Northland, vote for my friend, Miss Prime, please, because she's cool.
Optimus?
Not
Is it
levying the
Willow?
voters at all there.
Pretty sure
Optimus
it's
Prime?
Willow Jean.
All 3 viewers.
Prime.
We went political, and we're down to 3 viewers, guys. Come on, September 11.
Pretty sure it's.
Those 3 are fucking
Actually-
dedicated, okay?
Actually, the funniest thing about the whole September 11 thing is when Eminem put it in one of his songs that they were trying to hit their building, missed and hit the Twin Towers, and I was like, "Yep, that probably was right too."
Yeah. I actually went to September 11 on September 11. Well, I went to the
Holes in the
Zero
ground.
on September 11
They look pretty cool. I wouldn't mind going to see them, but
last year.
New York is way too far away from fucking anything that I actually want to go see. Like, there's 2 things in fucking New York that I want to go see, and I just can't, like, get that motivation to go to New York. Like, it's a long way to go.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I went to New York and Washington, D.C.
Please
Really
tell me,
pleasure and
while
nice.
you were in New York, you visited the Kitty Hawk, the submarine, and the Concorde.
I went into the submarine. I went.
Alright.
I didn't. Concorde cost extra. And Finn, could you pay attention to the podcast or do?
Sorry, just funny tweets between Rooster Teeth stuff.
The Concorde cost extra to go to, and we were in a rush, so I went and touched the wing of a SR-71
Yep.
stealth.
Blackbird.
Yep, Blackbird. Went inside the nuclear sub, and went and looked at like Harrier jets and things. No, they didn't have any Harriers. Damn it.
They would
Everyone
have
had Harrier.
F4 Phantoms. Well, no, because
Yeah.
they don't have Harriers.
They
the
didn't have
US.
VTOLs.
They have some F-35B.
Yeah, but they
No,
didn't,
yeah, no.
they didn't
no.
have them at
but like-
Intrepid, which was the aerial and aviation and nautical museum. Yeah. Anyway, I did go to that. Yes. And I think that's possibly all that we have time for this week, or this month, or this year. When will we be back again? What does Kiwi Fort mean? What does it all mean? Who are we? Why are we? Where
Are you
we?
going to reveal what Fort stands for?
We're all on the NSA watch list, by the way, guys, because Google
talked
is
about
recording
9/11.
this, and we just talked about 9/11 and what we would do. And then we talked about killing George Bush.
He's not
Hey.
president anymore.
In all
George
honesty, I
Bush
still
did
think the best president was Clinton.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
That was the
He
worst thing he did
Showed,
in
he
office.
showed someone
He should have
the
said,
presidential clock.
"Okay, guys, In all honesty, everyone at work should get blowjobs under their desk because goddamn, it's good. That's what he should have said. Not I didn't have sexual relationships with that woman because that was a complete and utter lie. What he should have said was, "Oh my
He
god, they're excellent,
made-
and more people should have them."
He
So-
made a presidential clock. He got someone to add a face and 2 hands. I have to have at least 2 puns per podcast, okay? I have a quota to fill.
What was the first one?
It was pretty early on and neither of you two got it.
No, it's good then.
I probably purposefully ignored it. So,
I
Did you
probably
know-
was too stupid to notice it.
Although Maggie is a racist, but because only the brown
But-
stuff comes out.
But.
hmm did you know that FORT, fort, actually stands for something?
Yes.
We can't disclose what this stands for, but you guys
If you're
really
smart
should
enough,
go
you should figure it out.
It's
Or Ethan would come and sit on us.
Talking about Ethan, I tried to text him on the weekend because I was way the fuck down south Auckland, and he didn't text me back. Just gay.
When was the last time anyone talked to Ethan?
He was going to
Uh,
be
this is-
but he's extremely tired.
This is his podcast, technically, even though he hasn't been on in
Technically.
forever.
Technicalities. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry to the person who's now the fourth viewer who has just tuned back in to see us saying goodbye. It's been nice knowing you. And
No, it hasn't. In all honesty, don't lie to people.
it is enjoyable to do this podcast. It was not enjoyable to edit it, produce it, and do all of that silly stuff around it. So, if you enjoyed this format, where we just get on YouTube and
And talk shit.
talk shit, and about PCs and about Xboxes,
And how everything else is shit.
and talk about how politics is shit, and sports is shit, and
So in all
shit.
honesty, what we're asking you is if you
Kiwi
just
shit
want us to absolutely fucking degrade everything that's happened.
And if
I
you would
don't know.
like to be on and you possess headphones, webcam, microphone, you
Or a
can.
headset. Like this fantastic Razer Kraken
Hey, hey, hey,
7.1 Chroma. Which I'm
Or-
not actually getting paid for, I
or-
wish I was.
Or if you own a Star citizenship, because more citizens are always welcome.
Yes, you can be on. All you have to do is either message Kiwi Fort Podcast on Facebook or message me. Or, whatever. And we might be doing this on a semi-regular basis, maybe getting back up to once a month, maybe even up to once a week, which we were once on. We'll see. Revolving panels, all that jazz. So, now...
You say revolving, but last time
Yeah, it was usually 3 people and maybe an extra.
I remember I left, and then I think there was one podcast after I left, and then one some random time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really couldn't be bothered, honestly.
I noticed.
Couldn't be
That's
bothered.
why I was doing all the work, and then
You were doing all the work, I was doing it. There was work being done.
Let's not argue about who
Let's
was
not.
doing work.
Yeah. I think it partially
Just
was
give you
me getting a
freckles.
girlfriend, so that didn't help.
So what?
Did you
Now,
cheat
no
with
wait.
your
Now
left
you're
hand?
back on the. Now you're back on the podcast. Does that mean you don't have a girlfriend anymore?
No.
Well,
she's
you see,
still around. She's in Wellington.
her
and stuff.
name, she's lovely. He's called Ms. Palmer's. She has 5 daughters.
And that's
Yeah,
pretty
she's
much all
left-handed.
Nick's got. And it's all he's Finn Scott. So you have to let him strike
Hey.
one out every now and then.
I have a blow up $6 under the bed, okay?
Whoa, that's something we do not need to know.
Is it a sheep?
No,
Probably.
I don't
An
conform
inflatable
to
black
that
sheep.
stereotype. That's Nick's. That's his sex doll. And it's alive, and he keeps it in a hole.
So I'll just do the sponsor
probably
reel
keeps it
at
in a
the
paddock.
end, and then we're good to go.
What?
Now, you're going to wonder what this is about, but you should snack more. At meundies.com, you can get delicious tasting underwear.
Right.
Anyway.
I don't mind them doing ad reads. Hey, someone was complaining about it the other day, and I'm like, well, fuck, it's better them doing ad reads than actually having an ad in the middle of their fucking podcast.
They need to make
better
it.
than doing
They
ad
need to make
reads
money
than not doing
somehow.
the podcast. Yeah.
Hey, remember what they said when they first started the podcast? Gus's goal with that podcast was to earn enough money to buy a pizza. They've done it.
Yeah.
Yes.
They actually have their own pizza, which is might be
I
something
need
you
to
have
try that
buy.
pizza.
You
Not
might
tonight
have
though.
to buy
Anyway.
one. No, but you can't have it in New Zealand because they don't have
I
some
think
of
you
the
can now.
ingredients. Do
It
they
was
have all
just the
the
balsamic
ingredients?
drizzle, and I think you can get that now.
Interesting.
Well, if you guys
I am
can
hungry.
continue talking, we can carry on. Otherwise, I'm gonna piss off and watch some Netflix.
I need to get food, so
All right.
I think
We'll
pizza.
see you guys again some other time if the NSA don't extradite us to America and take us to Guantanamo and ask us what we know about September 11th.
If they extradite me to the US, I'm gonna be pissed because I've bought actual expensive plane tickets to the US.
No,
get a refund.
my next trip to the US will be Austin, Texas,
When?
and New Orleans. I don't know when I
2017?
can get around to it. No, I can't do it this year.
2017.
2017, I could do then. Yeah, maybe. I'm saving up my leave at work to go to Europe first.
Hopefully next year.
Well, I'd say if you were going to Europe next year, I would do it around this time.
I'm probably going to do around Christmas time to Europe next year. I don't know.
Because if you did it around this time, MCM should be on soon, I think. Maybe next weekend or the weekend after.
Yeah, I don't know if I can drag my girlfriend to a convention.
Not if there's Rooster Teeth people there.
Yeah. Oh. So,
You don't want her to know.
He's just like, no! Oh, wait.
no, I was going to say that she came along to the bowling event that we had in Auckland.
Yes, I know. I met her.
Yes.
I said it was about time we met her.
Ahead
Because
of
you
that,
hadn't been to a lot of,
I might have to come up to Auckland and meet her at some point.
okay, this is weird.
I'm coming up later in the year anyway.
Ahead of this, we were just chilling out, so I put the first season of RVB on because she asked why are we here, and I cracked a joke and she didn't get it, so I showed her. Then on the Blu-ray it plays like a movie, so she thought we were watching one episode. We ended up watching half of season 1 before she's like, "This is a really long episode." I'm like, "No, this has been like 10 episodes."
40.
And she's like, "Oh, can we turn this off now?" I'm like, "Okay."
Sad. See,
No,
that's
she
you introduced her to the wrong time. If you're gonna introduce anyone, you should introduce them with season 8, episode 10. This one goes to 11, which for some reason did not get uploaded on the YouTube page of the new Red vs. Blue.
Oh, it didn't.
That's weird. I've been watching those occasionally, just PSAs and random.
I watch the cool ones usually try to watch. I've been watching like the end episodes because the end episodes have those awesome monologues at the end.
Mm. And I don't want to watch all of the videos to see all of the outro videos, but there are some funny outro videos.
Yeah, but that's why we've got 10-year box sets on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
You don't get outro videos on the 10-year box.
You can choose to watch each episode as an episode.
No, I mean the extra YouTube ones that are trying to get you to
Oh, yeah.
subscribe to their YouTube channel. Anyway, and
I'm
I can't.
subscribed, I'm just not watching
Unfortunately,
them.
my RVBX DVD set is under my webcam, so I can't pick it up and show it to the screen. But
I can.
Mine's over there. Look, over there.
anyway,
Over there. Look.
this here is what my girlfriend got me for Christmas. Really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The warthog or the
No,
in the
the
background?
Warthog I got with Anniversary Edition of Halo 1. It's the painting.
I am my little warthog with caboose on the gun.
RVBX.
I made you buy that because I'm awesome.
Yes. I wish I'd been fast enough to get the 8-inch tall caboose figure. That would
Anyway.
be cool.
I'm going to bid you adieu and cancel the broadcast now. Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. The cake is a lie.
The cake is a delicious